The Christmas Star, a historical Christmas story. Long before the snow-covered Christmas nights we know today, there was a sky stretched over ancient lands, dark, quiet, and waiting for a promise to unfold. In those days, scholars watched the heavens, shepherds guarded their sheep beneath the stars, and kings studied celestial signs that foretold the rise and fall of nations. But none of them could have imagined that one night a single star would change the story of the world forever. Across the eastern lands lived three wise men, Melchior, Gaspar, and Balthazar. These were men of great learning, skilled in reading the heavens. Their eyes were trained to notice every movement of the stars. Yet one cold night, as they studied the vast sky, something extraordinary appeared. A star, brilliant, blazing, unlike any they had ever seen. It shimmered with a radiance that seemed alive, almost as if it breathed with purpose. Its light pierced through clouds, cast long beams over the hills, and glowed stronger than all the stars around it. The wise men stood in awe. This was no ordinary star, it was a celestial announcement. Gaspar whispered first, "A king has been born." Melchior nodded slowly. "Not just any king, the promised one." Balthazar placed his hand over his heart. "The star is calling us." They had studied ancient prophecies, scrolls written long before their time, prophecies that spoke of a star arising out of Jacob, a ruler who would bring salvation to the world. And now the sign had appeared, the long-awaited Christmas star. Without hesitation, the wise men prepared for their journey. They gathered precious gifts, gold for a king, frankincense for a priest, and myrrh for the one who would give his life to save humanity. They mounted their camels and followed the star through deserts, hills, and long nights of prayer. Meanwhile, in the humble town of Bethlehem, Mary and Joseph cared for their newborn child. Jesus, wrapped in simple cloths, lay in a manger, a feeding trough for animals, yet chosen by God as his first crib on earth. Mary marveled at the mystery. Joseph protected his small family with unwavering devotion. As the child slept, the heavens above continued to shine brightly. And that star, placed by the hand of God, hovered over Bethlehem like a divine spotlight. It guided shepherds from the fields and soon guided the wise men from distant lands. The journey was long, filled with uncertainty, but the star never dimmed. It led faithfully, as though it knew the hearts of those who followed it. One evening, after many weeks, the wise men finally saw Bethlehem nestled between the hills. The star rested above a simple stable. It shimmered like a crown in the sky, declaring to the world, "Here is the King of Kings." The wise men entered quietly, their hearts trembling. Mary welcomed them with a gentle smile. Joseph stood protectively behind her. And there, lying in the manger, was the child. The light of the star seemed to soften, as if bowing before him. The wise men fell to their knees. Tears filled their eyes. They offered their gifts with reverence, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. But more importantly, they offered their hearts. That night, as they departed, they looked once more at the sky. The Christmas star still shone, reminding them and reminding us all that God's guidance never fails. Throughout history, the star has remained a symbol of hope. It tells us that when darkness covers our lives, God still lights the way, that when we feel lost, he leads us gently toward his promises, and that the Savior, born under that radiant star, came to bring light to every corner of the world. The Christmas star is more than a point of light in the sky. It is a reminder that God still leads, still guides, and still shines his love on